here's the thing. What does firing John Lynch even do? John Lynch is not the general manager of the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is the general manager of the 49ers, followed very, very closely by Adam Peters. So John Lynch is there to do the press conference at the combine that Kyle Shanahan doesn't want to do. That's what John Lynch is there to do. He is not the guy that's making the decisions with the 49ers. It's Kyle Shanahan. He called Kyle Shanahan and asked him for a job. Like, do people forget that? Just because he has the title of general manager doesn't mean he has the power of general manager. And so you can get rid of John if you want, but I don't know how much it's going to change.
That's fair. I think this is what most Niner fans are saying, fire John Lynch right now. I guess throughout this whole thing, I was assuming, and there's no evidence, that Jimmy's still on the team because of Lynch. That Jimmy's on the team because of Lynch in the first place. Kyle wanted Kirk Cousins. That's been documented. And John's always seemed like such a pro-Jimmy guy. I thought that Trey coming here was more of a Kyle Shanahan thing, like Kyle secretly agrees with us about Jimmy and understands his limitations and understands that it's really Kyle and the supporting cast that makes Jimmy what he is. I was just assuming. And then I thought, like, really this whole debacle with Garoppolo is John Lynch being a player and a competitor and not wanting to lose on a small issue when he's not seeing the big picture. And that's the way I see it, but maybe I'm wrong with that.
I think that John kind of buys in more to the Garoppolo wins argument, right? Like, because that players buy into that. That's why Garoppolo is so loved in the locker room.
Yes.
They don't care that he's missing open guys and reads. They care about when this guy starts, we win. And when the other guys we've had here have started, we've lost. That's what they care about. But that doesn't make it right. And I think that Kyle, because he's the guy that's doing the game planning and combing over the film and all of that stuff, he sees the bigger picture. But don't forget who John Lynch is. John Lynch is a former player. It's hard to lose that mentality just because he's got a different job now. You know, that's the way John Lynch was programmed to function for all these years. And so I think John is very hesitant to just throw Jimmy Garoppolo to the side here for, let's be honest, an unknown in Trey Lance. I think he's going to be good, but we don't know, and we won't know until he plays.
Yeah. So either John Lynch does nothing, in which case this is a Kyle Shanahan and Jed York problem, in which case they probably should fire John Lynch and get a general manager who does something, or John Lynch is the one holding this up. He does have some power as a general manager, and his inability to like see the big picture and move on and like lose the battle so he can win the war, that cliche, then he should be fired. Now, maybe I'm wrong. He has done a lot of good things and he's helped the Niners get here, but it seems like he might be the wrong. They might need someone else moving forward. I don't see what let me ask you this. What does he do? What does he do? Why is he an asset?
Now, he's a buffer between the media and Kyle.
Okay. Does Kyle need that at that point? Like, he needed it at 37. But at this point, like, okay, is it just like Kyle would rather not? Because anytime there's a press conference, Kyle's right there next to John. And John says something, Kyle's like, yeah, and let me say one more thing. I don't think Kyle needs that anymore.
Does he need it? No. Does he want it?
Does he want it? Yeah, probably does. Probably does. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do think that Kyle will listen to John because I think Kyle needs people around him that think differently than he does, to be honest with you. Everybody does. Anybody in a position of power needs people around them that think differently, to bounce ideas off of, someone to call you out, maybe, if you're making a bad decision. Yes. Yeah. And Mike McDaniel's gone now. He's in Miami. Robert Saleh's gone now. Matt LaFleur is gone now. Like, who's left to challenge Kyle Shanahan? His dad? He doesn't even work for the 49ers.
Yeah. Trey, 21-year-old Trey, you got it, man. You stand up to Kyle. Mark says Jimmy has all the power. All he has to do is tell trade partners that his shoulder hurts. Or that he won't sign an extension.
Right. I think he doesn't need to go to the shoulder. He just needs to say, I'm not signing an extension with you.
Yeah. If you want to give the Niners 2 second-round picks for 1 year of me, by all means, but I'm not going to sign an extension with you. That's true. George says, I don't care who the Niners sign. It doesn't matter as long as Jimmy is on this team. Will still fall short and still make big mistakes. I can't wait.
That's why they traded. That's why they moved heaven and earth to replace him. Now it seems like they don't want to move a finger to get rid of him.
And we're going to talk about why that is next. If no wanted to trade for Jimmy, then what will he get if released? Can't be nowhere near 25 million.
Mm.
If he gets released, he'd get $7.5 million from the Niners, and then he'd probably get something somewhere.
Jameis just got 21 million, and he's coming off a torn ACL, so he's not going to get 25 million, but he'll get pretty close, and he gets to pick his team.
That's true. Samaj says, looks like Revenge Tour 3.0 about to be a movie. Someone needs to make the Revenge Tour 3.0 shirt. I would buy that. That's my kind of humor. One more, and then we're going to get back to the show. Niners Daddy says, Jimmy can't be on the roster by training camp. They need to cut him. I really feel for Trey, and someone needs to be held accountable for this business one-on-one debacle.